Okay, I'd like to welcome all of you to another one of our weekly opportunity meetings, but we're going to do something a little different today. I'm going to refer to this particular meeting as the opportunity of a lifetime meeting. Okay, very special meeting today. So if you're brand new, taking a look at us for the very first time, wow, you caught us just in time to be in a position to take advantage of an opportunity of a lifetime. And I'll be demonstrating that today. So I'm not going to go into really deep into um, all the different aspects of what we have to offer today. I just want to make a very clear point about what's happening currently and how you can take advantage of it. Okay. So for the opportunity of a lifetime, let's take a look at something here. I'm going to share my screen. Got to move things around a little bit. Open a new tab. Go to YouTube. And if you ever looking to find the correct place, you want to put in Bitcoin Ace in the search, and you see the Pull Funding logo. Click on that,
We will give you 7.
and that will take you right to the channel here. Okay. Now you'll notice that for the past 2 years that we've been operating, almost 2 years. Next month it will be celebrating our second year anniversary. There's 435 videos. And if I click on videos, you can see we've got a lot of content here, a lot of things to look over. Okay. And each one is special in its own way. Okay. They're all great. But if you take a look at this one right here, where it says one old coin equals one new coin. Okay. Now you don't have to have a whole coin in order for that to be true. Okay. You can, even if you have a portion of a coin, that exact amount in that portion that you have can transition. We are on the cusp of a major transition from old coins to new coins. Okay. You can see the charts of our old coins here. Okay. So for example, if we go to the PFI first. So PFI is currently at around real close to $1,200. PFB about $2,400. PFS about $1,900, and PFG 355,000. So those are getting paid training. You're getting up to $50 of PFG, but the price technically needs to be above $1 million for it to be 50. Okay, so we got to get the price up there, guys. And that's up to the community to do. Okay, push that price up there so that when you get paid training, you're getting a full $50. So anything above $1 million will be $50. Okay, so and it doesn't take much to push that. Okay, um, in fact, no, let me do this. What I want to do is demonstrate the power here of the transition from the old coin to the new coin. Okay. So we have 4 coins. You should be able to see my desktop here. So when we launched the new version of PFI, the new version of this coin, the starting value, day number 1, with no holders, the starting value with liquidity will be $500,000 per coin. Okay. PFB, starting value for PFB will be $1 million per coin. It's even before we have holders on the coin. On the new version, PFS will be 2 million, and PFG, our gold coin, 4 million. This is a very valuable coin. There's only 10,000 of these coins, just to make that really clear. There's 10,000 PFG. There's 100,000 of PFS. There is 1 million of PFB, and there's 10 million of PFI. All of those numbers are less than the 21 million that Bitcoin, holds, as far as the claim to scarcity, right, of coin, the lack of coin, making it more valuable. So those are going to be the opening values of the new coin, and as you can see, the old coins are far below that. So I just want to kind of demonstrate the power here of taking advantage of this transition that we're in right now. Let's open up a new worksheet here. All right, let's see, how do I want to do this? Go make it a little bigger. So we'll go PFI, PFI, PFB, PFS, and PFG. Okay. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a purchase today of $10 just to demonstrate just what $10 can buy you. Okay. So let's take a look at what happens when we do that. All right. So I want to first move some coin over to this test wallet. Let's just send to the test wallet. USDT. Let's send $44. All right, continue. And confirm. Okay. All right, so now we've got some USDT. USDT is a stable coin for those that are brand new. One USDT coin is equal to one paper dollar, and it's 100% backed by the US dollar. And that's why they call it a stable coin, because the price never changes. It's always one coin equals $1. All right, so let's go back to my test wallet. Let's look at the tokens we have here. All right, so technically PFI 0, PFB 0, PFS, it says 1 cent, but practically 0, and PFG 0. So basically it's all zeroed out. We have enough here to buy $10 of each. Okay, so I will then go to the exchange. And I want to connect the wallet. This is a PancakeSwap. So PancakeSwap is what people use. Apparently it's opening up to a lot more chains. It used to just be a Binance, exchange, but now you got all these eight choices here now. So we're going to connect MetaMask, connect, and connect. Okay, I also need to do Solana. Connect. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're all set to go. And I want to go into swap. And I want to put in USDT. And we'll start with PFI. All right, so I'm going to do $10. So $10 at the old price. Okay, this is the old price coming up. Okay, having trouble finding it. Let me just switch it down to $1, see if it gives me that'll loosen it up. Okay, that did loosen it up, but I do want to do $10. So let's try it again. Okay, it's going to force me to do $1. That's just weird. Let me refresh it. Okay, that's looking better. Sometimes Zoom slows things down. Probably the case here. Normally it just pops right up. Routing timed out. Okay, let me try just doing $1. Just do $1 and that sometimes will shake the gears loose a little bit. Swap. Confirm swap. Okay. Yep. Okay. Confirm. Okay. Close extension. All right, that should have gone through. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna forward that. We're gonna go send back to the guarantee here. PFI. So I know we're doing some technical stuff. I know it can be a little boring, but just hang in there with me. So I wasn't expecting there to be a glitch doing $10. Confirm. I just want to clear out that dollar. All right, hopefully that will loosen everything up. The PFI is back down to 0, more or less. Okay. I'll refresh here again. Let's try $10. Perfect. Swap. Confirm swap. Okay. And confirm. And that's how you do a trade in this digital money from a stable coin over to one of our pool funding coins. I just purchased $10 of our pool funding coin. Okay. Beautiful. Now, take a look at the wallet. Spreadsheet up again. Okay. So 0.0084. Okay. So basically 0.00084. So that's how much $10 buys based on the old coin value. So this would be old coin. We're going to be transitioning from there. PFB, let's do that now. Let's change this to PFB. $10. Swap, confirm swap. Includes 2 transactions. Not sure why it wants to include 2 transactions. Let's try that again. So swap, confirm swap, accept the price update, confirm swap. Close extension. It could be I've inspired some of you that are watching me to be buying right now, and that's kind of interrupting my process.
I think that is the case. Let me
I'm
look.
only buying $10, guys. Come on. If you're buying, the exchange, does 1 transaction at a time, and if enough of you are doing it at the same time I'm doing it, then it's going to make adjustments on the price. So let me refresh again.
Well, I'm not seeing any of that over on the chart, so maybe it's that Zoom is mucking with something again.
Yeah, Zoom is definitely a factor. So the execution failed. Okay, tokens, PFB is 0. Okay, good. Let's do $10 again. Well, if anything, this demonstrates that persistence will pay off. You just have to deal with the technology. And, for goodness sake, it's easier than doing a wire, right?
Yep.
And so
And less fees.
less fees, it takes less time. So even with some technical challenges, um, the gas limit. Wow. You know, uh, just reminds me of Steve Jobs when he wanted his computer to talk in front of an audience and it wasn't working. So
It could be an RPC issue, but of course we probably don't want to get into the weeds on the meeting, so
that's true.
that's unfortunate.
But I think I just added these coins to my wallet. That might be the problem. Let me just do $1. See if I can shake it that way, just like I did with PFI, because I just barely added these 2 coins. Swap, confirm swap. Okay, that looks normal now.
Yep, that should go through. There we go.
All right, so that one went through. so that was the issues. I just barely added the coins before the meeting to this test wallet. So let me remove that dollar. PFB, send that back to the guarantee. PFB, max, continue, and confirm. All right. Okay, so now we're back down to zero here, more or less. Okay, so now I'll try the $10 again. Swap, confirm swap, confirm, complete. That was the issue. Adding a new coin. Sometimes when you put a new coin in, just do a small amount, like $1. It'll get the gears lined up properly, I guess, between the wallet and the exchange. All right, so let's look at the wallet again. The tokens, PFB. So we got 0038 there. Yeah, 0038. Zero dot 0038 of a coin. Okay. All right. Now we'll change to PFS. $10. Swap. Confirm swap. Confirm. Complete. Check it. PFB, PFG, PFI. I'm PFS. Okay, good. Now we'll do $10 of PFG. $10 PFG. No, gotta change it to PFG. PFG. This is the one that's over $300,000 per coin. Swap. Confirm swap. 4 zeros, basically 28. Confirm. Okay. Check my wallet. Tokens. 4 zeros, 28. So I'm gonna put that in the spreadsheet. Zero dot 123.428. PFS. Was 00496. 00496. $496. All right, so that's how much you get for $10. Okay. You can see it's basically saying so, although PFG is, since it's a very large value, it's saying the value is currently $7 there, right? But any little movement on that, will change it quite a bit. But that's what $10 would buy you. Okay. So keep that in mind. Okay. You just saw me do the purchases live. And let's get the spreadsheet open now.
Sorry, Ace, just on your spreadsheet, PFI is wrong. You got an extra zero in there.
Thank you. Let me take a look at that. PFI 00821. 00821. Double check that. PFI 00821. Someone's drawing on my computer. Don't do that. Actually, it will say the name of whoever's drawing. We could just remove them from here if they're going to draw on my computer. Okay. All right. So 821. I think everything's good now. I'll take a look at the spreadsheet. So the new coin value, okay. Something you got to keep in mind here that basically the transition is going to take a year. Okay, so there we have the opening price. So we're going to call open. And then we're going to have the new coin. Okay, the new coin is and then they'll just say mature, the mature price. Okay. What I'm referring to here, guys, is this. This is what we expect is going to happen over the course of a year. We expect PFI to start out at a 500,000, and by the end of a year of it being vested in a smart contract, it's going to move from the price of a 500,000 through 3 different price targets. Okay, so we fully expect that to happen. So basically, the mature value of a PFI coin is not going to be a 500,000. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 2 million. Okay, it's going to be $2 million. So I'll put a 500,000 here. Put 2 million here. PFB, the opening price on PFB is going to be going to be 1 million. It's going to move through 3 price targets. So 1, 2, 3, so 6 million.
Hey, Ace, would you mind expanding on how the moving through price target's going to work?
Yeah, it's basically the plan. So we're not going to have any real holders at the beginning, right? So it's all going to everybody's going
Correct.
to in a smart contract, and then we're going to continue to push through 3 price targets, and we should be able to get through all 3 of them within the first year.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, thank you.
it's basically the plan. Okay, right. And because everything's going to be locked in a smart contract for a year, it should be easy to make this plan happen. Okay, so shouldn't be. We might be able to exceed the plan. All right. So now, if we take a look at PFS, The price target on that, I mean, so the opening value is going to be 2 million. And so going through 3 price targets, 2 million, 1, 2, 3, so 9 million. Now realize that we're talking about coins that are very scarce. There's only 100,000 of these coins. So even though these might sound like very large numbers, you have 18 digits behind the decimal point on these coins. So there's plenty of room to make this happen. And what that does is it secures our long-term plan, which is we want the stockpile of coins, even though they're short supply, like 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million. That's a very small amount compared to most coins. There's like a billion. Almost every coin out there is like a billion. But in the case of our coins, we have these very small supplies. And then because of the way that we operate, we distribute very small amounts at a time, right? And then those amounts end up appreciating much faster by design. Okay, so everything has a design to it to provide maximum leverage for everyone. All right, then we've got 4 million will be the opening price for PFG. There's only 10,000 of those coins. Going to go through 3 price targets. Okay, and so 4 million there. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a $10 million coin when it hits its 3rd price target. Let me just insert a column here. Okay. So now we got the information we need here. So what is $10 at the opening price going to be worth? Okay. The opening price, by the way, is sometime this month of October. Okay, so we've earmarked the 15th, but based on all the programming that needs to be done in front of it, we may need more time than the 15th, but it'll certainly be for the 31st. Will be the opening of the new coin. Okay, so somewhere between the 15th and the 31st of this month, a $10 purchase would be worth at the opening price this times this. Should give us our number. Well, I want you to think about that for a minute. Turning $10 into $4,105. Good deal, not a good deal.
Incredible deal.
Pretty good deal.
Amazing deal.
Okay.
Super deal.
So I'm going to format this column here.
Wow.
Turn it to a currency. Okay.
How many X is that?
That's like that one would be like a 400X, I think. I'm not.
400, that's right.
I think so. All right, so let's just copy this and paste that there. Okay. All right, so something went wrong. Nope, I guess that's right. Oh, that's because we're starting with the $300,000 price. That's why. You don't see as dramatic of a thing because we're talking about the current price is around 300,000 right now already, right? So the jump from 300,000 to 4 million is not as drastic as something that's like $1,100 going to $500,000. Okay, just to a comparison here, right? So Anyway, so that's all a fantastic opportunity right there. Okay. But the fact is, it's not that we're not going to be just stuck on these prices. Like I said, they're going to go through maturity, and this is what we expect maturity to look like. Okay. So basically, if we take this and we times it by this, okay, an even better deal. Okay. Let's format this. Currency, not pesos, we want dollars. Okay. Think about that, guys. Okay, $10 could be worth $16,420 a year from now. How about that for a savings account?
That's 1200X.
Fantastic.
I mean, I think that's more like 1,600X, something like that. Because we're talking $10, right? But I think sometimes people get confused when you say X. I think seeing dollars and cents really makes it clear, right? So copy that, paste it here. So there's our opportunity, guys. So this is what I would call an opportunity of a lifetime. Okay. An opportunity of a lifetime right there. That's an opportunity of a lifetime, guys. What do you guys think? Is that an opportunity of a lifetime?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
That is fantastic. I
Of
think
course.
Yes.
Yes.
so. Let me just go ahead and publish this onto the wall of joy. I'm sure it's going to give many people joy. Look at it there. Okay, so it's been published there for your reference. Okay, so feel free to save that and hold on to it, share it. Okay. So generally, I've been speaking about this transitioning having a value of 1,000x, but technically, when you factor in the mature value a year from now, when we've moved through the 3 price targets as we expect, in many cases greater than 1,000x. Once in a lifetime opportunity. How about everybody say that? Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Lifetime opportunity. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
So let me
in a lifetime.
let me tell you what things are going to look like on the other side of the transition. Okay. We've had an internal battle within our rank and file here in our membership pool funding, because we're grabbing people from all over the place, all over the world. We don't know who these people are. They come from all different walks of life. Some understand financial concepts better than others. We're a little concerned about those that fail to understand simple financial concepts, because when we tell people to hold and then they don't, they go to the market and they sell, okay, and they're selling for pennies something that could be worth so much more if they would just follow directions. But we are a decentralized financial organization. DeFi, that's where the word comes from. DeFi, right? Decentralized finance, okay? Meaning that there's not one pot of gold. Meaning that The gold is divided up into everybody's wallet, and as a collective group of people, we all possess the pot together. Okay? That's the beauty of digital money in this space. But we have objectives. We have a plan. We have a hope to create a better financial life for all of our members, not just some. We want all of our members to come out ahead, and we want people to follow directions so that they can, enjoy that. So I'm about 90% certain the best way forward is a two-tiered system. One tier for those that understand the sacred trust and how important it is to follow direction. And when we tell you to hold, you hold. And another for people that violate that. And if they want to be traders, fine. They can trade the old coin. Okay? Because when we transition to the new system with the new coins, it's like cleaning the slate, starting over fresh. A reset, if you will. But for sure, there's going to be people as we start distributing coins that they're going to sell. Okay? Well, for those that make that choice, they'll just drop down into the old coin at whatever value that is, because it's already, gone through a massive roller coaster as far as the price is concerned. All of our coins have been in the hundreds of thousands, some over 1 million or more, and then have dropped back down to the prices you see today. Okay. And this has been due to those people who have, violated the trust that we put within them as co-founder. I like to call them co-owners, but co-founders. And that, look, we're in this together. We're sharing ownership here. And we need to operate within a way that we're all on the same plan. Okay. And we get cash flow through our website, not through the market. Okay. That's what we need people to understand. But here's the deal. As we continue to expand and grow into the future, we bring in new people. Okay. We're going to run into the same issue that some people get it, some people don't. So there'll be a place within our organization for people that don't. They'll just simply drop down into the old coin and won't ever have access to the new coin. What do you guys think about that? Okay.
Right.
Love it.
There you go. All right.
Sounds great.
Then it would be a two-tiered system. And then we can compare notes year after year after year. We can compare the notes of the traders versus the hodlers, right? The people that hold understand that cash flow comes through the website, not through the market. Okay. And that ultimately we'll be partnering up with other websites where we could use our coins as collateral to then get paper money that way, in large quantities. Okay. But that's only going to be for those people who, get it and that understand you don't take an appreciating asset and sell it prematurely. I mean, to me, it's obvious that you don't do that. But I guess for some people that can only see this far away from their nose, okay, and they're just thinking about their immediate needs and like, well, they could sure use that $10 right now, not realizing they're throwing away $4,000, $16,000 of value, future value, by grabbing that $10 today. It's a shame that some people can't understand that. But hey, they get what they want. They got their $10, whatever. But I think having the two-tiered system will allow us to continue to, have utility for the old coins while having pristine, global plans of building a brighter future for humanity using the new coins. Okay, which is the intent. The intent is to give people an alternative to the crazy financial system the world has provided, which is completely debt-based. It's a form of bondage, if you will. And if you can't see that, you know, maybe, you know, some people refuse to admit the slavery of the current system that they're under, you know. We're looking to be like a break-free society, a break-free civilization. We want to create something that breaks free from an old paradigm based on poverty and war and crime into a system that's based on integrity, goodwill towards all, and one that's uplifting, equity based empowerment. Okay, so that's what I want to tell you today. Today you're looking at an opportunity of a lifetime. Even after we do this, never again will we be able to offer something this grand ever again. This is it. This is the one big shot. We all get to take it together. And you're just not going to find opportunities like this. They're very hard to find, first of all. If you found us, congratulations. And when you do find them, they're fleeting. They don't last very long at all. And that's going to be true here. October is going to come and go. The opportunity is going to be gone. You know, the opportunity of a lifetime. You know, the pool funding opportunity will remain, but it won't have this, 1000x, offer attached to it anymore, which, you have right now in front of you. Any one of you listening to my voice right now can go onto the exchange PancakeSwap, and you can purchase these coins right now in any amount that you want. $1, $10, $100, $1,000 or more. You can do as much as you want, knowing that it's like saving money for about a year, right? And then it's going to be worth so much more a year from now. Okay. And those of you that have accumulated great quantities of our coins already through our distribution system and have been with us for a while, you're already sitting on millions of dollars. Just to give you a peek at mine, I'll give you a little peek. Okay. Let's go into the $100 pool. So you see this $3 million right there? Okay. That's the result of me consistently putting $100 a day into the $100 pool for 305 days. Okay. So that simple activity has resulted in my holdings being valued at in excess of $3 million. It's fantastic, right? Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so many of you have done the same, and you're already sitting on millions upon millions. And unfortunately, those people that are selling right now, they're actually throwing those holdings away because they're basically being removed from the community because they're really technically bringing harm not only to themselves but to everyone else. So we're in the process of removing those people that really been stubborn and unwilling to follow direction. But on the other side, there'll be a place for people like that where we'll just say, okay, you're just slipping into our old coins, and that's going to be your station in life as far as pool funding is concerned. So it's going to be very important as we go out there and build a team, and we talk to our team that we build. I'm talking about direct referrals here. Okay. As you go on, meet your people and the people are going to be, you'll be working with directly. You have to make it very, very clear to them, even before they sign up, that they're given a sacred opportunity to hold our coins, and that as long as they don't violate that, they're in a position to gain great wealth on the other side. And in the meantime, collect cash flow through our website. Okay. And I showed you the YouTube channel. You want to understand how collecting cash flow on our website works, you can go. There's lots of videos that explain that. And normally in this meeting, I kind of do a run through that, but I wanted to spend time today and make this a very special meeting and say, look, you're sitting on an opportunity of a lifetime. Don't miss it and don't throw it away. This is serious. I'm serious. I'm so excited about where this is going to take all of us that get it. Those of us that get it, we're going places. Okay. This is huge. Okay. And for the small number of people that want to be wells and they're willing to do what it takes to become a well, your window is also closing, because the bargain pricing of becoming a well on the other side is going to be not such a bargain anymore. Okay. When we do this transition, to become a well in the new coin is going to be a real challenge. It's going to cost not hundreds of dollars. It's going to cost at least thousands, more like tens of thousands of dollars to enter into becoming a well. So keep that in mind. So the window's closing. So I guess I should really make that clear. The window of opportunity is closing. Can you all say that?
The
The
window.
window of
Opportunity is closing.
I hope you all understand that, because there's no do-overs. We get this done, and it's there's no way to do a second chance. Okay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen with or without you. It's gonna happen, and I hope it happens for you. I hope it puts you in a position where you're set for life. Imagine having so much money that you're set for life. That's what we're talking about here. That's what an opportunity of a lifetime can provide you, is positioning yourself in just a short period of time to be set for life. Okay. That's it. That's my presentation for you today. Nancy, have we collected all the wallet addresses of the people getting paid training today? Nicholas says so. Confirmation. Okay. All right. So I guess we got everything. All right. So we can take some questions, or we can use the rest of the time just to kind of answer your we can dialogue here. So Miki, you were first, and Scott, you're after. So Miki from Montana.
Yeah, yeah, Mickey from Montana. Those of us who have more than $6,000 worth of PML, you told me one time we are going to have an opportunity to convert into those sacred trust coins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that going to happen?
I do have some great news for you. I got two pieces of good news for you. So let me share my screen with you real quick. All right. So if you go to our sister website, PML, the first good news is that we finally got the rebates started. Okay. So now you'll notice that you got rebates, and you got a rebate history here. Okay. That's all working now. And the programmer forgot that we're offering a double rebate. So you're not just getting $50, you're getting $100. So think about that for a minute, guys. You do a loan, you get $50. You pay back the loan by paying $100. And then a month after that, you get a rebate of $100 because it's a double rebate, right? So that means that the original 50 you got is like free money. Okay. So the rebates are already being paid out. That's already happening. And that piece of the software is more or less done. Okay. And the second piece of good news is that the next item on the programmer's list of things to do is to get that exchange built, which would allow those of you that have more than $6,000 of PML, you'll be able to take whatever's above that, and then you can trade it for the other coins, for the other pool funding coins, and move it in there before, so that's happening. But in addition to that, the exchange will also allow people that have at least $400 of pool funding coin. They would be able to convert that $400 of pool funding coins into $400 of PML if they need to, in order to be able to pay off loans. So they'll be able to do that. So that's what the exchange is all about. It's going to be, and it won't impact the price of any of our coins at all. It doesn't impact the market at all because it's done off market within our website. And the programmer is so confident he could get it done today. We'll see. I hope he gets it done today. So Mika, that would be great if you get it done today, right?
Absolutely.
The exchange, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
but even if it takes them a couple of days, I'm going to give them a buffer. It's all good. But that's the next item on the list that's got to get done. There's a few things that has to happen, before we actually start this transition process. So we have several things we got to program first. We need the exchange done. That's very important. There's some other things that need to be done. The rebates was an important thing to get done. That's done finally, so that's it. So we're getting there, and we're moving as fast as we can. I know that there may be some small bugs and things like that we still need to sort out. We'll get those sorted out too. It's just an ongoing thing when it comes to software development and bugs. They just it's just part of the process. Every software development company has that as just normal stuff, and we're pushing things through so fast. We don't have an army of testers and things like that to not yet anyway, to minimize but bugs that might crop up, unforeseen situations. So we just deal with them as they appear, and we solve them one by one. And we have solved hundreds of them already, so over the last 2 years. And usually they're just little small things anyway. All right, Scott, you're next from Thailand. How are you doing, Scott?
Yeah, hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ace.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit confused on the if new people coming in, they're going to be locked into a 1-year contract. How can they sell coins?
They can't.
So where's the 2-tier system come apart from the ones that are already here?
Because distribution will begin after 90 days. So within that year is a new distribution, right? So people are through our website, they're acquiring coin, and then it starts to show up in their wallet after 90 days. That's going to start all over again, right? So you're looking at 9 months of people receiving coin within that year based on the new coin value. But if they prematurely sell it, then they'll just slip down into the old coin after that. So
Okay, so
distribution.
So if the distribution is still continuing, what's the 1-year contract for?
You're not understanding. The 1
No,
year,
I'm not.
the 1 year is a contract of existing coin, right? Existing coin. So you have a certain amount of existing coin, Scott, right now.
Yeah.
It's basically yours, right?
Yeah.
There's a date, whether it's the 15th of October, or whatever it might be, there's a date. Okay, and on that date, we're going to tabulate what everybody has. Okay, and that's what you got. And that's going to get locked up for a year. But then
Right.
we start
Okay.
over. We start over again where we got to build up for 90 days. And then new coins start
Right.
popping into your wallet after 90 days. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
then those coins could be sold. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, but I didn't understand that. I thought what you meant was that everything was locked. You know, whoever came in and started building up, that distribution would be locked for a year, so nobody could sell anyway.
I mean, that's one option. We could take the path of, betting for a year, but I think it'd be a harder marketing. It'd be harder to market that, I think it'd be, and so it's really the thing we got to choose between faster growth or more, more, price security in our coin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm leaning more towards faster growth, to be honest with you. So I think we'll just keep it at the 90 days. Unless I get a bunch of you coming to me and say, no, we need price security. And I'm like, okay, you'd have to really make the case. But right now I'm leaning towards that what we need is fast growth. In order for everything to work properly, fast growth is the number one ingredient. I mean, it's like, how are you going to make coffee without coffee beans? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the number one ingredient, right? So what we're trying to do here, the number one ingredient is fast exponential growth. And so we need it. We need that one element in place. And everything works out beautifully when we do that. But what that does mean is we're going to have a whole bunch of new people that we got to deal with, that they might not understand some of these financial things, and they're just going to basically sort themselves out. They're either going to be like, they're going to be the angels or not. They're going to be the ones that stick with it and enjoy the long-term benefits of remaining in the group that works with the new coins versus those that don't. And those that don't will just, maybe look at them more like traders. And, there'll still be price targets and all that for the old coin. But, it only takes one or two people to kind of counter that. And then you don't get to the price target you want to in the time that you want it to happen. We've already experienced that. We already know what that's like. So, so that's why I'm saying, running a two-tiered system kind of makes sense to me in that regard, And it does give long-term value to the old coins. There's plenty there to see how that goes, so there you go. Are you cleared up now?
Yeah, I'll get it now.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, Nola from Australia. Welcome.
Good morning, Ace. Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Ace, I was just wondering, is the line of credit for the micro lending platform still in the pipeline? And have you got an update for that?
That's item number 2. So the next item is the exchange. So that's item 1. Then item 2 is to finish the what we call the DDLOC, which is the double dip line of credit that we talked about before. So it's like half baked right now, but we'll finish programming that. That's the next thing on the list, and that has to happen before we do the transition anyway. So that's going to happen for sure, 100%.
Okay, thank you.
Just a matter of programming and timing. All right, let's see here. We've got lots of hands up. Okay, Angela, where are you from, Angela? Hello, you got your hand up.
Hold on. New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay, hi, Angela. Go ahead.
Hi. So can you tell me, I don't quite understand how, when you borrow $50 and you're making money on that you pay back $100?
Right.
And then, so maybe you can explain that again?
Yeah, so basically, if you look at the let's talk about a design. If you go to your bank and you borrow money for a car loan or something like that, you're pretty clear on their design, how they've designed their system, right?
Yes.
Pay interest and whatever, right? That's their design. Okay. With our pool micro lending platform, we have a completely different design. So don't get confused if we use the word loan and the bank uses loan. Really kind of has two different meanings because our design is different. Okay, so you have to understand it's a different design. Okay, so it's designed like this. In order to get a loan, you have to have pool funding coins as collateral. You need $100 of pool funding coin to put up as collateral. Okay, that's the first part of the design. Okay. And then you engage one of the offers and where you can receive immediately $50 of PML coin. Okay. And the idea behind the PML coin is it's more liquid, more spendable than the pool funding coins. The pool funding coins are designed for long-term holding, whereas the PML coin is really designed to have some spendability. And at some point, we'll be able to just leave it open all the time for selling. Right now, it's a switch on and off, but that will change before you know it. In a couple of weeks, it'll just be selling all the time. Anytime you want to sell, you can sell. So that's the point of having the PML coin. It's something that converts into paper money easier, faster than pool funding coins. So you're putting up 100 to get 50. Okay. Now, in order to get your collateral back, you've got to pay 100. So that means you got to come up with $100 of PML to pay back the lender who gave you 50 in the first place. You got 30 days to do that. Okay. Now, in our design, in order to balance this, we're offering a double rebate. So one rebate would be $50, but a double rebate would be $100. Okay, and then that comes on day 60. So if you open the loan on day 1 by engaging the lender, the account should go 60 days, and then as long as you paid the lender back, then you get $100 of PML back as a rebate. So here's what's happened. Day 1, you receive $50. Within 30 days, you paid $100, and 30 days after that, you got $100 back. So you can see how the 100 washes out the 100, leaving the 50 as like free money. Does that make more sense?
Still working on it.
Very, very different than a bank, right?
Okay. Thank you.
The bank, if you try to put it in the bank box, you're like, this has to be like a bank. No, it doesn't. This is basically a leveraged rebate. Okay, you're getting some money up front on a leveraged rebate, but that doesn't sound like it's something people could understand. So we're using the words loan and things like that. They have kind of an idea what we're talking about. But this is a design, And so if you go to Aave, if you want $500,000 of paper money, you might need $1 million of Bitcoin in order to get it. Okay, but you go to Aave and do that. And because the price of Bitcoin is going up and down all the time, Aave needs you to have more in there to protect the lender, right, from the price going down too much, and then the value of the Bitcoin is worth less to the lender than when the loan was started. So it's normal to expect that you're putting up more collateral on the front end on a cryptocurrency loan with all the different platforms that are out there. That's normal. Okay. Hunter did a great explanation on this the other day. Do you want to tidy up my explanation a little bit better there, Hunter?
Yeah, in fact, let me actually I'll go ahead and expand on it by going through what I said in that explanation. Now, there are several reasons why crypto loans are usually over collateralized, and sometimes that's on a 2-to-1 or even a 4-to-1 scale. The main reason is that crypto prices can move very quickly in either direction. They can go up really high or tank severely. So if the value of the collateral drops too far, the lender risks being left with less than the loan amount, which could mean a loss. And by requiring borrowers to put up significantly more than they borrow, lenders build in a buffer against those sudden price swings that can happen in crypto. And trust me, those can happen quite often, depending on the crypto and depending on market conditions. Think of it like his in traditional finance. Now, your house may back your mortgage, but the value of your house certainly doesn't change drastically overnight, or at least it shouldn't. Crypto, on the other hand, can drop 10 to 20% in a single day. So the safety net needs to be bigger in the case of crypto than in the case of traditional finance. If loans weren't over collateralized like we need them to be here in crypto, margin calls and forced sell-offs would become much more common. And here's one of the big kickers here in crypto. When collateral is liquidated, it usually means selling that crypto out on the open market. And those sell-offs push the price down even further, which can trigger even more liquidations and even more sell-offs, creating a domino effect that feeds on itself and creates a vicious cycle. So that's why we have that, and that's true for everything DeFi based, not just for our pool micro lending platform.
But the beauty of our version of this, the pool micro lending website with the PML coin, is that I, as the supplier of all of the pool funding coins that are being used as collateral, and I, as the supplier of the PML coin, which there's a billion of them, by the way, and basically 99% of all of these coins are within my possession at the moment, meaning that I'm in a position to offer the guarantee that no one can lose, because I, as a supplier, can make up the difference regardless of what the price does in the market. Okay. So that way, a lender can go in with confidence knowing that they will double their money guaranteed. And a borrower can go in knowing that, you know, they can, fully expect to receive the double rebate, and which makes it like where they're getting, instead of an interest-free loan, they're getting free money. At the end of the day, if you collect $150, but it only costs you $100 to get the 150, that, you know, the $50 part is free money. That's the math. So I hope that clears it up for you, Angela.
Thank you so much.
You're
Beautiful
welcome.
explanation from Hunter.
All right. Yeah, beautiful. Well done, Hunter. So
Thank you, Hunter.
now, are you the same person I normally refer to as my Jersey girl, or is there, you know, or is this another one from Jersey?
That's Mary.
Okay,
That's Mary.
I was about to say that's Mary.
Got it. I mean, the voice, you know, the accent's the same. Okay. Anyway, it's good to have a pair of Jersey girls in the house. That's awesome. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, so good. I think that's good enough for today. You know, you're looking at an opportunity of a lifetime here. Anybody looking at this for the very first time? Wow. Did you catch the tiger by the tail this time? Wow. I'm so excited for you if you're just now learning about this, because you're literally coming in right when, you know, all the, you know, the difficulties we had to go through to get to this point are kind of behind us, while you know, all the great stuff ahead of us is about to unfold now that we're in the month of October, where, you know, this is an action-packed month for our community, and we're going to go through this transition, and nothing's going to stop us. We're bound and determined to make a whole bunch of you just so stinking rich. You just have to cooperate, okay? Just cooperate so we can make you so stinking rich, you know. And maybe you'll get your own butler or something like that. Whatever you think is the ultra rich, and I think of a butler. you know. So, you know, yeah, this is it. This is huge. So this isn't just another random opportunity out there. There's lots of great opportunities in the world. This is just a very special opportunity and a very special moment within it where you can really capitalize. Just, I want to share that spreadsheet one more time. Share here. Just take a look at how big this is. Okay, this is huge, guys. This is really huge. Let me see if I make it even bigger. That too big.
Were those all $10 amounts or?
Yep, this is all $10 amounts here.
Okay.
You saw me do it live. And
right.
You know, this is the opening value, you know, basically before the end of the month. So basically, you know, this is going to turn into this month. Okay. $10 turns into this. Okay. This month. Wow. And then a year from now, that. Okay. Huge. Huge. I mean, the big one here is the 44, right? That's turning $10 into $44,640. I mean,
that's 4,000x.
Yeah, that's 4,400x, right? That's gigantic, you know. That's I guess the sweet spot, I guess you could say, is right there. Okay, that's our sweet spot. They're all good. We do need to push up the price of PFG, guys, because you guys are shortchanging yourself on how much you're getting on paid training. As long as the price is down here at 300,000, got to get that up to $1 million again, so you get the full $50 paid training. Okay, so it's up to you guys to do that. I've already driven it twice up there, so now it's up to you to keep it there. Get it up there and keep it up there as a community. All right, so there you go, guys. Oh, Mike, you got your hand up. So
yeah. One more
ahead.
thing, can you update us, because we were aiming at 300 people are buying $100 worth of PML. How many people have already done that?
I don't have an exact number. I can guesstimate that it's a little over 100 people.
Oh,
at
okay.
this
I think
point. It's
I think
actually
everybody needs to
it's
go up.
actually slowed
Yeah.
down quite a bit. You know,
Yeah.
We had a burst there in the very beginning,
Yeah.
but the last couple of days it just hasn't been that many. But here's what I know is going to happen is that it won't take long before 300 people out of the, you know, the 1,000 of you that are already basically, showing up as trusted and meeting all the other qualifications. You know, out of that number, 300 is going to come up one way or the other, and then, you know, that's the main audience. But the way we're designed right now is anybody can come into the Zoom, even if they're not qualified, as long as they show up early enough to get in, get a seat, you know. But if you want to get paid, then you know, after the 15th, you'll be required to buy $100 of PML in order to get. It'll be a requirement. So since you know it's going to be a requirement, might as well get it done now. You know, while the price is low. You know, the price is only going to go up. You get more coin by buying it now than if you wait. So might as well get it done. But there's only a few more days. Today's the 8th, so for me it's the 8th, and the 15th is just, you know, next week. So, and that'll be a requirement from that point forward. And then just imagine as we get bigger and bigger, you know, imagine getting to the point where we got 10,000 people joining every day. And that would in turn turn into a flow of 10,000 people buying $100 worth of PML every day, right? That's how the flow will work. And then people will really, you know, see the value of the paid training. And there'll be also what do I want to say here? We're going to take the Zoom that we're doing now and we're going to put it inside the website. So we're going to add more automation to what we're doing, so that basically just go to our website for everything. We'll communicate there, we'll Zoom there, we'll do everything inside the website. So it's all part of the plan, you know, but we just got to knock out one thing at a time as far as programming is concerned. But we'll get there. All right.
Okay. So Ash, on
Sorry, on the homepage also there'll be something saying that we've already made that purchase for the $100. I think you've mentioned before that there's going to be like something done to the page there, like in the qualification. What is it
Yeah,
again?
you'll get a check mark at, when
check.
Starting on the 15th, you'll get a check mark on it.
Starting on the 15th, right? Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you go to the website now and you go to, right now we have this Explore button. You click on the Explore button,
yep.
and then click on training qualification.
Training qualification.
Right now, there's only 4 qualifications that matter. And then we know that this is coming up on the 15th because it says so right there. Okay. So we know that qualification will be enforced on the 15th, and you must have purchased $100 of PML. It's just a one-time thing. It's not a monthly thing. It's just one time.
Yeah.
And what that does is it puts consistent buying pressure onto the PML coin, which is important. Okay. So, all right. I want to keep this meeting as short as possible, guys. So, Jeffrey, you did put your hand up, but if you want to insert something short and sweet, that'd be great.
Short and sweet. Where do we buy the $100 PML from? The Pancake Swap?
No, and no.
Okay.
So, good question. The place you want to buy it is right on that page there. Okay. Now I don't have it on mine because I've already purchased it. So it says
on that.
If you right here, there's a button that would say buy
Okay,
now. Buy now on the banner right here.
Yes,
sir. So if you haven't purchased it, you'll have a button. Notice I don't have a button anymore.
I still got a button.
I actually want to go to the I want to go to, where is it at? Onboarding. Oh, I know. I've got to go to the account page. Okay, right here, buy now. This is it.
Okay.
So that's the button. Okay. So it's on the account page. It's not on the qualification page. It's on the account page. And you click on buy now, but it only lets you do it one time. Okay. You can only buy 100 and that's it. And you get a receipt, when you click on, that's the receipt right there that I made my purchase there, But otherwise, there's a little field there to click through. So if you haven't done it yet, it looks different than this. Okay.
Got it.
When you finish, it looks like that.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, everybody basically say opportunity of a lifetime. So everybody just unmute and say opportunity of a lifetime.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
There we go. That's what we
Opportunity of a
got.
lifetime.
Right now is an opportunity of a lifetime. Enjoy.
Thank you.